Okay, this is the November 6th, 2019 core team meeting. Florian is not here, so we're skipping the first item of the agenda. The next item is stage RFCs, stage design, whatever we call it, Nico.
Okay, let's see. Well, I have no firm updates. I have some thoughts about a step I was planning to propose, which might as well share here a little bit, though I haven't proposed it yet, which is to try to change how Lang Team is handling RFCs to create a kind of stage zero, so to speak, of where ideas that are not the goal, basically take all the existing RFCs, or the idea would be that when you have something you want to do, you first open it as a kind of issue on the Lang Team repo, where we will sort of triage those regularly, and if we find one that we like, we might promote it to a full RFC. But until then, it's basically still explicitly in this is somebody's thought experiment territory, and there's no discussion thread. It can be discussed on internals or elsewhere, but it's not yet a official discussion. And the idea would be to keep the RFC repo for things that we are actively trying to do right now. And this would be paired with a sort of process, like I said, probably similar to the compiler team process, which we have for doing similar things, where every once in a while we have a meeting where we have like a planning meeting where we go over the set of meetings and then we schedule the next couple of weeks and then we actually do them to discuss ideas that we think are promising or get updates from ongoing projects. So I'm thinking about trying to push this model forward, but you're the first ones I've talked to about it in any public way, you and whoever watches this video. So there you have it. I don't know, I'm curious. Feel free to share thoughts or we can talk offline. I was planning to write an RFC about it though, since I thought if I'm going to go ahead and mass close a lot of pull requests on the RFC repo, I would like everyone to know why I'm doing it. Seems like something that could be upsetting.
Yeah, that was my only thought was what you were going to do if there were lots of things outstanding. But yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Okay, the next item is legal issues. Do you know anything about copyright stuff?
I don't know anything about that.
White papers is Florian. Community sub-team for the website is Florian. Website slogan is Florian. Roadmap planning, Nico.
Well, we're in the gather data phase. I've fallen a little behind in 2020, but not too behind. I hope. I don't know. I haven't looked at the list lately, but I think everybody's supposed to be reading them. Right? I don't know if I just lost there for a second.
I was looking for, I know you put in the chat room the shared document to keep notes, but I lost it and
I'll find it.
It's not linked in the paper doc. So if you could add that to the paper doc, that would be helpful.
Sure.
Thank you. Rust survey, Nico.
We have now finalized the contract and I have to set up a meeting. There's a bunch of proposed questions, so I'm hoping to go over those and try to fold some of them at least into the survey. Aaron, like Zambwaki or however you pronounce that, has indicated some interest to help as well. And I hope we can do that. I don't know. I haven't figured out how long that's going to take, but I have to set up that meeting today. Hopefully we can get it up and going pretty soon.
Okay, does anyone have anything else for the open part of the meeting?
I have a minor thing. In the governance working group yesterday, I don't know, I haven't had time to follow up, but we had a big discussion with the people who showed up, which was mostly Aaron and Nell and I, about trying to focus ourselves. And one of the things we were trying to, we were sort of formulating a plan around basically trying to document the state of Rust governance. So there's a lot of RFCs and things, but if there's no kind of collection of like, here is the, if you add it all together and write it all in one place and maybe modernize it a little bit, because sometimes what's in the RFC has diverged, the existing practice has sort of diverged somewhat. This is what you get. And we discussed a kind of both a plan to focus on this and a kind of organizational scheme to ensure we keep actually making progress. It's easy to make promises, but hard to follow through sometimes. I think that we were supposed to write that up and send it around to the people who weren't in the meeting, like you, Manish. But but I'm kind of excited about it, and I just wanted to share it. So part of the plan, I think, was that if we do go through it, that every 2 weeks we would have a meeting with an announced focus, and we would sort of have people doing some homework before they show up, like reading the RFC in question, and taking notes and questions and stuff like that. So maybe you'll see some stuff about that.
Sounds good. Okay, so if there's nothing else, then can we switch the recordings, please?